Here third question for AP board students. This is for AP board students, and this third question for CBSE NCRT students, right? Here in a right angle triangle ABC with right angle at B. So take the right angle triangle, my dear students. ABC, right? In which small a is equal to 24 centimeters, small a is 24 centimeters, small b is 25 centimeters, and angle BAC, this is theta. This angle BAC is theta. Okay, here what is small a and what is small b? Small a means it is the side opposite to the what? Capital A. This is opposite to the angle A or vertex A. And small b means which is opposite to capital B, vertex capital B. Small c means vice versa, like it is opposite to the vertex capital C. Okay, my dear students. So, my dear students, here this small a means, as I told you, it is opposite to capital A. So that is, here it is capital A. This is 24 centimeters. This is 24 centimeters. And small b means opposite to capital B. This is 25 centimeters. But here angle BAC is theta. We have to find sine cos theta and tan theta. Cos theta and tan theta. Here right angle is at B. It is also given, my dear students. Okay. Now, my dear students, do you know what is AB here? No. So we have to use Pythagoras theorem to find this AB. Right. So according to Pythagoras theorem, my dear students, AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. So what is AB here? This is unknown. So BC square is 24 square, AC square is 25 square. So AB square is equal to 576, that is equal to 625. We already did this sum. It's like second sum? No, right. Like second sum only. Right. So AB square is equal to, my dear students, 625 minus 576. This is equal to what? 15 minus 6, that is 49. So what is AB? AB is equal to square root of 49. Square root of 49. This is equal to 7 centimeters. So this AB is 7 centimeters. Okay, now we can find whatever they ask, we can find. We can solve or we can find, we can discover like that. Then find cos theta, and what is tan theta. Okay, my dear students, what is cos theta? This is theta, it's already given. Angle BAC is theta. So cos theta means adjacent side by hypotenuse. Here the adjacent side is AB. This is adjacent side to this theta. AC is the hypotenuse. AC is the hypotenuse. This is 7 by 25. What about tan theta? Tan theta means opposite side by adjacent side. Here opposite side is BC, adjacent side is AB. This is 24 by 7. There is nothing to do here. Just find cos theta and tan theta. It is finished. Now coming to this third question for CBSE students, my dear students, sin A is given 3 by 4. Calculate cos A and tan A. Sin A is given here. Calculate tan A and cos A. Okay, again take the right angle triangle. Actually, right, we take the right angle triangle. See here, sin A means this is 3 over 4. Please look that AP board students also. This type of sums only will be coming in public examination. Okay, don't think that this sum is for CBSE students. Okay, right. Sin A means 3 by 4. Actually, take the triangle ABC here. It is nothing given here. In this third sum, only sin A is equal to 3 by 4. Let us take this is ABC is a triangle. Sin A means opposite side and this is hypotenuse. We don't know what is the adjacent side of angle A. That means A. Okay. So according to Pythagoras theorem, AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. So AB square is unknown. So plus BC square is 3 square, AC square is 4 square. How do you know, students? Here 3 by 4, here 3 is opposite and 4 is adjacent. Why? Why have taken like that? That sin A is opposite side by hypotenuse. Therefore, this is opposite side and this is hypotenuse. Therefore, AB square is equal to what? 16 minus 9. This is equal to 7. So, AB is equal to square root of 7. So, this side is root 7. This AB is root 7. Therefore, my dear students, what is to be found here? Cos A and other one is tan A. So what is cos A? Cos A means opposite side by adjacent side by hypotenuse. Cos A is adjacent side by hypotenuse. That is AB by AC. So that is root 7 by 4. Now coming to the tan A, opposite side by hypotenuse. Again I am sorry. Opposite side by adjacent side, that is BC by AB. So that is equal to 3 by root 7. 3 by root 7. Okay, my dear students. So here actually, here nothing is given. Just only given here that sin A is 3 by 4. That means this is opposite side and this is hypotenuse. Now we find AB according to Pythagoras theorem. According to Pythagoras theorem, we find what is AB. After that, what we did here? AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. That means from after we substituting all these values, we will get AB is equal to root 7. So this is root 7. Then what is cos A? AB by AC, that is root 7 by 4. What is tan A? Opposite side by adjacent side. So this is opposite, this is adjacent, that is 3 by root 7. Okay, my dear students. Fourth question, exercise 8.1, not 8.1, 11. Fourth question in exercise 11.1 for AP board students. Fourth question in exercise 11.1, this is for AP board students and this is for CBSE students, right? Actually, I will not teach you this sum. Why? Here I already told the third sum in exercise 8.1. This is the similar sum. What is the third sum? Sin A is equal to 3 by 4. Find cos A and tan A. Here cos A is 12 by 13. Find sin A and tan A. You can do it. Take the right angle triangle and label this where it is 12 and where it is this 13 in this right angle triangle. 12 means that is adjacent side by hypotenuse. In this right angle triangle, just write where it is adjacent, where is hypotenuse, 12, 13. Then you will find opposite side of angle A. Then if you know all the three sides, the lengths of the three sides, opposite, adjacent and hypotenuse, then you can find sin A and tan A. Right, it's very simple. You can do it, my dear students. Right. Now coming to this fourth question here, 15 cot A is equal to 8. That means cot A is equal to what? 8 by 15. Cot A is equal to 8 by 15. Again take the right angle triangle. What is cot, my dear students? Cot means adjacent side by opposite side. Adjacent side by opposite side. So this is A, B, C is a triangle, means adjacent side is, this is adjacent and this is opposite and this is right angle. Now let us find AC square according to Pythagorean theorem. Pythagoras theorem. Actually, this fourth sum and this fourth sum and third sum in the CBSE are similar only. But I will teach you this sum for you, right? So AC square is equal to what? AB square plus B square. That means 8 square plus 15 square. So 64 plus 15 square is 225. So this is 289. So AC is equal to root of 289. So the square root of 289 is 17. Why 16? 256 square root is 16. 289 square root is 17. Okay. So this hypotenuse is 17. Now you can find what is sine A and what is secant A. Sine A and secant A. So sine A means opposite side by opposite side by hypotenuse. So this is BC by AC. So this is 15 by 17. Coming to secant A is the reciprocal of cos A. That means hypotenuse by adjacent side. Hypotenuse by adjacent side. Here the hypotenuse is AC, adjacent side is 15. So this is 17 by 15. Sixth question, for CBSE and AP board students, the question number is also same. But only thing here in the CBSE textbook, angle A and angle B are acute angles. But here it is given angle A and angle X are acute angles, such that cos A is equal to cos B in CBSE textbook. Here cos A is equal to cos X. Then show that angle A is equal to angle X here, but in CBSE textbook angle A is equal to angle B. Right. So here, my dear students, what is given here? Angle A and angle X are acute angles. Acute angles means they are less than 90 degrees. They are less than 90 degrees. And here, what is other thing given here? Cos A and cos X both are equal. Cos A and cos X are equal, right? What is to be proved here? To prove angle A and angle X, that means both the acute angles are equal. Okay. See, my dear students, let us take the two triangles here. One is ABC is one triangle and XYZ is another triangle. ABC and XYZ. Here what is given? Cos A and cos X are equal. That means in the proof we start with what is given in the statement. That means cos A and cos X are given equal here. See, my dear students, take the right angle triangles. Look, ABC and XYZ. So the right angles at B and Y, for example. So my dear students, here this cos A is equal to cos X given here. So cos A is equal to cos X means what is cos A? Adjacent side by hypotenuse. That means AB by AC, it is equal to what? Here the adjacent side is XY by XZ. So XY by XZ. If A is an acute angle, cos A means adjacent side by hypotenuse. If X is an acute angle, cos X is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. That means XY by XZ. So here AB by AC is equal to XY by XZ. Okay, my dear students, here AB by AC, XY by XZ. Let us here rewrite this equation as AB by XY is equal to AC by XZ. AB by XY is equal to AC by XZ. This is equation number 1. Okay, my dear students. Now here AB and AC, let us find BC here. According to Pythagoras theorem, in triangle ABC, what is the right angle here? Angle B is equal to 90 degrees. Similarly, coming to this other triangle, in triangle XYZ, angle Y is equal to 90 degrees. Therefore, according to Pythagoras theorem, that AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. Similarly, here in this right angle triangle XYZ, XZ square is equal to XY square plus YZ square. Okay, let us make here what? In this equation, BC as subject. That means BC square is equal to AC square minus AB square. So what is BC, my dear students, here? AC square, square root of AC square minus AB square. Okay, coming to here this yz square is equal to, this yz square is equal to xz square minus xy square. So yz is equal to square root of xz square minus xy square. Okay, my dear students. See, my dear students, here in this equation AB by AC is equal to xy by xz. Now, see, let us take here, my dear students, let this AB by AC is equal to xy by xz is equal to, let us take small k. AB by AC and xy by xz is equal to k now. So that means here AB is equal to k into what? Let us equal here, AB is equal to k into AC. Similarly, from these two, my dear students, xy is equal to k times xz. Just remember these things. Here this AB means k into AC and xy is equal to k into xz. Now what we do here means, the next step here, let us divide this BC by YZ. BC by YZ. So what is BC, my dear students? Root of AC square minus root of AC square minus AB square divided by, what about here? YZ means root of XZ square minus XY square. But instead of this what? AB, we can substitute K times AC. K times AC. That means this is equal to root of AC square minus what? Instead of this AB, we can write K into AC. That means K square into AC square divided by square root of, here this XZ square minus, instead of this XY, we can write K into XZ. That means K square into XZ square. So my dear students, here BC by YZ, it is equal to, let us take AC square and here also XZ square as common. Then AC square of 1 minus K square whole by XZ square of 1 minus K square under root. Now here this 1 minus K square get cancelled. So this BC by YZ is equal to AC by XZ. Why? This square and root get cancelled. Finally, this BC by YZ is equal to AC by XZ. Okay, my dear students. Now in equation 1, AB by XY is equal to AC by XZ. But in this equation number 2, BC by YZ is equal to AC by XZ. So from 1 and 2, AB by XY is equal to BC by YZ is equal to AC by XZ. Okay, my dear students. So here from 1 and 2, AB by XY is equal to BC by YZ is equal to AC by XZ. That means in these two triangles, the corresponding sides are proportional. So here the corresponding sides are proportional. Proportional means having the same ratio. Corresponding sides are proportional. Therefore, my dear students, we can say the triangle ABC and triangle XYZ are similar to each other. Therefore, triangle ABC is similar to triangle XYZ according to what? SSS similarity theorem. We already learned this SSS criterion of similarity of triangles in the previous chapter, that is similarity of triangles or triangles for CBSE students. Okay, so these two triangles are similar here. Whenever the two triangles are similar, then the corresponding angles are equal. That means here that angle A must be equal to angle X. This angle A must be equal to angle X. So these are corresponding angles. These are corresponding angles. Therefore, angle A and angle X are equal. Hence, it is proved. Actually, we have to prove that angle A and angle X are equal. Let me repeat, my dear students. Here, in this question, my dear students, angle A and angle X are two acute angles. Two acute angles. And one more thing given here is that cos A and cos X are equal. Cos A and cos X are equal. Let us take the two triangles here. One is ABC and XYZ. So angle A and angle X are acute angles of triangle ABC and triangle XYZ respectively. Therefore, here in these two triangles, angle B and angle Y are 90 degrees. Therefore, my dear students, what is given here? Cos A is equal to cos X. This is given. So let us take with cos A is equal to cos X. What is given in the statement? So what is cos A, my dear students? AB by AC. What is cos X? XY by XZ. According to the trigonometric ratios, cos means adjacent side by hypotenuse. That means AB by AC. Here the adjacent side is XY and the hypotenuse is XZ. So here let us equalize these two. Then if you rewrite these equations as AB by XY is equal to AC by XZ, this is equation number 1. See, my dear students, from this equation we will write like this: AB is equal to K times AC and XY is equal to K times XZ. Why? Here let this AB by AC and XY by XZ is equal to K. That means if you take these extremes, AB by AC is equal to K means this AB is equal to K times AC. Similarly, here XY by XZ is equal to K means XY is equal to K times XZ. Okay, my dear students. Therefore, okay, this is equation number 1, and since it is a right angle triangle and this XYZ is also a right angle triangle, so we can apply Pythagoras theorem. This is Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem. Here also Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem. So my dear students, here BC square is equal to AC square minus AB square. That BC is equal to square root of AC square minus AB square. Similarly here, according to Pythagorean theorem, xz square is equal to xy square plus yz square. That means finally yz means root of xz square minus xy square. Let us divide this BC by yz. So that means BC means here root of AC square minus AB square. YZ means root of xz square minus xy square. So but this AB means what is there here? K times AC. Let us take here this AB is equal to, since AB is equal to K times AC, and what? Here this XY is equal to K times XZ. So my dear students, here instead of this AB and XY, we substitute K times AC and K times XZ here respectively. Therefore, if you take AC square as common and XZ square as common in the numerator and denominator, we will get 1 minus K square as a common factor. Then we can cancel 1 minus K square in both numerator and denominator. Finally, what is here? Square root of AC square by XZ square. So square and root also get cancelled. Then it is equal to AC by XZ. That means BC by YZ is equal to AC by XZ. So my dear students, here this is equation number 2. Already we have taken that equation number 1 is AB by XZ is equal to AC by XZ. Finally here BC by YZ is equal to AC by XZ. So from 1 and 2 equations, AB by XY is equal to BC by YZ is equal to AC by XZ. Therefore here in these two triangles, the corresponding sides are proportional. So according to SSS similarity criterion of triangles, if two triangles in two triangles the corresponding sides are proportional means then the two triangles will be similar. If two triangles are similar means the corresponding angles are equal. That means angle A is equal to angle X. Of course, angle B and angle Y are equal. Angle C and angle Z are also equal. But we need only this angle A is equal to angle X. So we proved that angle A and angle X are equal. Both acute angles are equal. Hence it is proved. Coming to the 7th question in exercise 8.1, and luckily Seventh question again in exercise 11.1 for AP board students. Both the questions with the question numbers are also same, right? The question is like this: given cot theta is equal to 7 by 8, then evaluate 1 plus sin theta times 1 minus sin theta by 1 plus cos theta times 1 minus cos theta. Here in the second question, 1 plus sin theta by cos theta, this bit only given in AP board, but here in the second bit in the seventh question, this is given in CBSE students. Okay. See what is given here, my dear students. In this question, cot theta is equal to 7 by 8. Cot theta is 7 by 8. Here what we have to find here, 1 plus sin theta times 1 minus sin theta by 1 plus cos theta times 1 minus cos theta. Actually, this 1 plus sin theta into 1 minus sin theta means 1 minus sin square theta by 1 plus cos theta times 1 minus cos theta means 1 minus cos square theta. Why? There is an identity in algebra. What is that? A plus b times a minus b, it is equal to a square minus b square. So that means here this is in the form of a plus b times a minus b. That means a square minus b square, 1 square, that is nothing but 1. So 1 minus sin square theta by 1 minus cos square theta. Okay, my dear students. See, we can use this, we can solve this sum by using trigonometric identities also in a very simple way. Okay, but so far we have not learned the trigonometric identities. Actually, those trigonometric identities will be coming in the coming fourth exercise. Before that fourth exercise we will learn, right? But to solve this sum, let us use Pythagoras theorem only, right? Here this is theta. Let us take theta. Cot theta means what? Adjacent side by opposite side. So this is adjacent side and this is opposite side. Let us take theta is here. So this is adjacent side and this is opposite side. Adjacent side by opposite side. So let us take this triangle as ABC. Okay, my dear students. Now let us use Pythagoras theorem. That means AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. So here AC square is unknown. So AC square is equal to 7 square plus 8 square. That is 49 plus 64. This is equal to root of 113. This AC is equal to square root of 113. So AC square is equal to 113. AC is equal to square root of 113. So this value, hypotenuse, is root 113. So just we use Pythagoras theorem to find this third side of this triangle ABC. Okay, now my dear students, 1 minus sin square theta by 1 minus cos square theta. Let us find this value here. So 1 minus sin theta means what? What is sin theta? Opposite side by hypotenuse, that is 8 by root 113. And similarly cos theta means adjacent side by hypotenuse. Here adjacent side is 7, that is 7 by root 113. So this is 1 minus 8 by root 113 whole square by 1 minus sin cos theta means 7 by root 113 whole square. So this is equal to, my dear students, 1 minus 8 square means 64 by square and root get cancelled, that is 113 by 1 minus 7 square is 49 by square and root get cancelled, that is 113. Okay, so finally 113 minus 64 by 113 whole by 113 minus 49 by 113. So my dear students, here this 113 and 113 both will be cancelled. Then finally 113 minus 64. So 13 minus 4 is 9 here. So here 0 will be there. If you take what from here, 10 minus 6 is 4. This is 49. So here this is 49 by, what about this 113 minus 49? This is 64. So 49 by 64. Okay, so finally that 1 minus sine square theta by 1 minus cos square theta is equal to 49 by 64. Actually, my dear students, here this 1 minus sine square theta by 1 minus cos square theta, simply we can write like this. If you know the identities, then our job is very simple, very easy. So this 1 minus sine square theta means cos square theta. 1 minus cos square theta means sine square theta. Actually, there are some identities. Sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So from this identity, my dear students, cos square theta means 1 minus sine square theta, and sine square theta means 1 minus cos square theta. So my dear students, we can use this identity, and instead of this 1 minus sine square theta, we can write cos square theta, and 1 minus cos square theta means sine square theta. So again we have another identity, cos by sine means cot, so this is equal to cot square theta. So actually cot theta is given 7 by 8. If you square this value, 1 plus sine theta by 1 minus sine theta by 1 plus cos theta times 1 minus cos theta, if you square this cot theta, actually this result is equal to cot square theta. If you square that cot theta, then it is equal to this entire 1 plus sine theta by 1 minus sine theta by 1 plus cos theta by 1 plus cos theta times 1 minus cos theta. So just simply just make it square, that means 7 by 8 whole square, that is 49 by 64. Understood, my dear students? So no need to do all this, but if you know the identities, that means here 1 minus sine square theta by 1 minus cos square theta, cos square theta by sine square theta, that is equal to cot square theta. We know the cot theta value, just if it is enough to square that cot theta value, that means 7 by 8 whole square, that is 49 by 64. But if you do not know these identities, we have to do what? Pythagoras theorem, and what is sine theta and what is cos theta from this right angle triangle right here, that is 8 by root 113 and 7 by root 113, and find this value. Substitute this sine theta and cos theta here and get simplified. This is finally we get 49 by 64. So this 1 plus sine theta by 1 plus sine theta times 1 minus sine theta by 1 plus cos theta times 1 minus cos theta, this value is equal to finally 49 by 64. Okay, my dear students. Now actually the second bit in the CBSE is given here, cot square theta. Cot square theta. So what is cot square theta? Cot theta is 7 by 8. Cot square theta means what? 7 by 8 whole square, that is 49 by 64. Finished. Now coming to these AP board students, the second question is what? 1 plus sine theta by cos theta. 1 plus sine theta by cos theta. Actually this bit is not given in CBSE textbook. Only for AP board students this is given. 1 plus sine theta by cos theta. That means 1 plus, what is sine theta from here? 8 by root 113. 8 by root 113 by cos theta means what? 7 by root 113. Okay, my dear students. So this is equal to root 113 plus 8 by root 113 by 7 by root 113. Okay, my dear students. Now here this root 113 and root 113 get cancelled. Finally, this 1 plus sine theta by cos theta, this value is equal to root 113 plus 8 by 7. So this is the value of 1 plus sine theta by cos theta. I hope you understand this sum, my dear students. Actually this sum we can solve in two ways. From right angle triangle using Pythagoras theorem, finding sine theta and cos theta and substituting these values here, it's a lengthy process. But the second thing here is using what? Identities. Sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. From this identity, if you simplify here, then simply we'll get cot square theta, that is 49 by 64. Coming to the 8th question in CBSE textbook. 3 cot A is equal to 4. Check whether 1 minus tan square A by 1 plus tan square A is equal to cos square A minus sin square A. 3 cot A is equal to 4. Actually, this sum is not given in AP State Board textbook, right? Okay. What is given here? Cot A is equal to 4 by 3. That means 3 cot A is equal to 4 means cot A is equal to 4 by 3. Cot A is equal to 4 by 3. Okay. See here, we have to check whether 1 minus tan square A by 1 plus tan square A is equal to cos square A minus sin square A or not. We have to verify this 1 minus tan square A by 1 plus tan square A is equal to cos square A minus sin square A or not, right? See, let us take here, cot A is equal to 4 by 3. That means, my dear students, here actually we can use identity also, but we take the right angle triangle. Okay, here angle B is 90 degrees. Here cot A means what? Adjacent side by opposite side. This is adjacent side and this is opposite side. So here 4 and 3. What about AC? We can use Pythagoras theorem. AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. To find the third side, here we use Pythagoras theorem. So AC square is equal to, my dear students, 3 square plus 4 square. Why? This is 4 and this is 3. 3 square plus 4 square, that is 9 plus 16. So AC is equal to square root of, this is 25, square root of 25 is 5. So my dear students, the hypotenuse value we get here is 5 centimeters. Okay, let us substitute in 1 minus tan square A by 1 plus tan square A. Let us take 1 minus tan square A by 1 plus tan square. That means LHS of this, what is to be checked, right? Now this is 1 minus, actually tan A means what here, my dear students? Opposite side by adjacent side, that is 3 by 4. So this is 3 by 4 whole square by 1 plus 3 by 4 whole square. So this is equal to 1 minus 9 by 16 whole by 1 plus 9 by 16. So this is equal to 16 minus 9 by 16 whole by, my dear students, here 16 plus 9 by 16. Okay, what is 16 minus 9? That is equal to 7 by 16 by 25 by 16. So this is equal to 7 by 16 into 16 by 25. Now both get cancelled. This is equal to 7 by 25. 7 by 25. This value should be equal to cos square A minus sin square A. Let us verify now, my dear students, by taking cos square A minus sin square A now. Actually, this is 1 minus tan square A by 1 plus tan square A. What is cos A, students, here? Cos A means adjacent side by hypotenuse. That means adjacent side is 4. That is 4 by 5 whole square. Minus sin A means opposite side by hypotenuse. That is 3 by 5 whole square. Right. This is equal to 16 by 25 minus 9 by 25. Why? 4 by 5 whole square means 16 by 25. 3 by 5 whole square is 9 by 25. So my dear students, this is equal to 7 by 25. So here this LHS and RHS both are equal. So that means we can what? Come to the conclusion here. 1 minus tan square A by 1 plus tan square A, that is equal to cos square A minus sin square A. So this value is equal to excuse me, this value is equal to 1 minus tan square A by 1 plus tan square A is equal to cos square A minus sin square A. Actually, there is an identity that 1 minus tan square A by 1 plus tan square A is equal to cos square A minus sin square A. Okay. Coming to the 8th question, my dear students, it is an interesting again. This same question in 9th class, this same question in CBSE textbook, it is given as 9th question. But only thing here changed is tan A is equal to root 3 given in AP board students, for AP board students. But in the ninth sum in CBSE textbook, tan A is equal to 1 by root 3 is given. Okay. So these two bits are same. Find the value of sin A cos C plus cos A sin C and cos A cos C minus sin A sin C. You can check it here. Ninth question. Right. But if you know this sum, then easily you can solve this ninth question also, my dear students. Right. See what is given here. I will solve this sum in a simple way. Tan A is equal to root 3 is given. Actually, in the coming exercise, we are going to learn a trigonometric table, the values of trigonometric ratios. So actually this root 3 is equal to tan 60 degrees. So that means tan A is root 3 means this root 3 is equal to tan 60. Tan 60 is root 3. So here, my dear students, A is equal to 60 degrees. So the acute angle is 60 degrees and right angle means here angle B is equal to 90 degrees given here. Angle B is 90 degrees. That means 90. So what about angle C? In a triangle, if one angle B is 90 and other angle, acute angle 60 degrees, what about angle C? The sum of the three angles is 180 degrees. Therefore, angle C means 180 minus this 90 plus 60, that is 180 minus 150. What is this angle? 180 minus 150 is 30 degrees. So this angle C is equal to 30 degrees. So my dear students, here angle A is 60, angle B is 90, angle C is 30 degrees. That means angle A and angle C are acute angles. Why? They are less than 90 degrees. Okay, my dear students, let us take the first one here now. What is first one? Sin A cos C plus cos A sin C. Sin A cos C plus cos A sin C. Actually, we have an identity. What is that? Sin A cos C plus cos A sin C. This value is equal to sin of A plus C. Sin of A plus C. So my dear students, here sin of A plus C means A is 60 and C is what? 30. So this is sin 90. So sin 90 degrees is equal to 1. Actually, you don't know this table, but in the very next exercise, we are going to learn all these values of the trigonometric ratios, right? So that means sin 60 plus 30, that is sin 90 is equal to 1. So only thing here is we use an identity, very important identity, sin A cos C plus cos A sin C. That means I will write here sin of A plus B is equal to sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. So this is the identity I have been used here. So that means sin of A plus C means sin 60 plus 30, that is sin 90. Sin 90 is equal to 1. Right. Now coming to the second one, what is second question given here, second bit? Cos A cos C minus sin A sin C. Cos A cos C minus sin A sin C. Actually, there is another identity. What is that identity? Cos A cos B minus sin A sin B is equal to cos of A plus B. Cos of A plus B. So that means here, instead of this cos A cos C minus sin A sin C, simply we can write cos of A plus C. That means cos of what is A and what is C? A is 60 and C is 30. So that is 60 plus 30. So that is cos 90. So sin 90, as I told you, that is 1, but cos 90 is 0. So this value is equal to 0. Cos 90 degrees is 0 from the table, right? See, actually, my dear students, we can solve this sum using right angle triangle and Pythagoras theorem and finding the values here, sin A cos C, cos A sin C, and this is a long process. But if you use this identity, instead of sin A cos C plus cos A sin C, it is sin of A plus Z. That means sine of 60 plus 30, sine 90 is 1, then it is finished. It is simple. Here also, so cos A cos C minus sin A sin C means cos of A plus C, that means cos 60 plus 30, cos 90, that is 0. It is also very simple using identities. Okay, my dear students. 10th question in CBSE textbook for 10th question in exercise 8.1 for CBSE students. Here, my dear students, in triangle PQR, angle Q is 90 degrees given here. This is 90 degrees. PQR, angle Q is 90 degrees. What is given here? This PQ is given here. This is 5 centimeters. And moreover, this PR plus QR is, the sum of the two sides is 25 centimeters. It is also given. Okay, my dear students. Since it is a right angle triangle, PQR is a right angle at Q. So this PR is an hypotenuse. Therefore, according to Pythagoras theorem, this PR square is equal to PQ square plus QR square. No, since Pythagoras theorem. Okay, my dear students. So PR square is equal to PQ square, that is 5 square, plus, but here instead of this QR, we can write this 25 minus PR. 25 minus PR. Just we use this one. Instead of QR, we can write this 25 minus PR. That means QR square means 25 minus PR whole square. So this is implies, my dear students, PR square is equal to 25 plus 25 minus PR whole square. Let us expand using A minus B whole square. That means 25 square plus PR square minus 2 into 25 into PR. That means A minus B whole square. What is A minus B whole square? A square plus B square minus 2AB. So I use this identity here to expand this 25 minus PR whole square. Okay, my dear students. So this is implies, so this PR square and PR square both get cancelled. Finally here you will get 0 here in left hand side. Nothing is there. So this 25 square means 625 minus 2 into 25 is 50 into PR. Okay, my dear students. Now 625 plus 25 is 650 is equal to what? 650 minus 50 PR is equal to 0. So this is implies, my dear students, this 50 PR is equal to 650. Let us transpose this 50 PR to other side. So, okay, now finally PR means 650 by 50. So 0, 0 cancel. 565 in 65, 13 times. So it is equal to 13. So what is PR now? 13 centimeters. PQ is 5 centimeters. Okay. Now, see, my dear students, we don't know what is QR. But PQ plus QR is 25. PQ plus QR is equal to 25 centimeters. But my dear students, what is PQ? 5. Let us substitute. PQ means 5 plus QR is equal to 25. So from this, QR is equal to 25 minus 5, that is 20. So this QR is equal to 20 centimeters. Now what we have to find here? Sin P, cos P and tan P. So that means P is an acute angle here. So sin P means opposite side by hypotenuse, that is QR by PR. So that is 20 by 13. What about cos P? Cos P means adjacent side by hypotenuse. That means PQ by PR, that is 5 by 13. What about tan P, my dear students? Opposite side by adjacent side, that means 20 by 5. Adjacent side is 5, no? So 25, that is equal to 4. Therefore, sin P is 20 by 13, cos P is equal to 5 by 13 and tan P is equal to 4. See, my dear students, here there is another sum, actually 11th sum. State whether the following are true or false, justify your answer. So here the first question is, please look at your textbook for the 11th question. True or false? The value of tan A is always less than 1. The value of tan A is always less than 1. Is it true statement? See, my dear students, tan A means opposite side by adjacent side. It is not always less than 1. Sometimes, see, my dear students, here, this is 5 by 20. Here it is what? Opposite side, sorry, 20 by 5 here in this example, 20 by 5 is 4. That means it is more than 1. But sometimes it may be less than 1. But sometimes it is more than 1 also. So it is false statement. Secant A is equal to 12 by 5. What is secant, my dear students? Hypotenuse by adjacent side. So, my dear students, hypotenuse is more than the adjacent side. So, secant A is equal to 12 by 5 is it can be a true statement. Why? 12 is greater than 5. That means hypotenuse is more than the adjacent side. Okay. Coming to the third bit, cos A is the abbreviation used for the cosecant of a triangle, cosecant of angle A. I will repeat. Cos A is the abbreviation used for the cosecant of angle A. Actually, cosecant is different, cos is different. Cos is the abbreviation of cosine, not cosecant. Okay, cosecant is the reciprocal of sine A. Okay, my dear students, so it is false statement. Coming to the fourth bit here, cot A is the product of cot A and A. So cot A is not product of cot A and A. Cot is different, A is not different, not like that. Cot A itself is a what? An angle. Understand, my dear students? Okay. So this is also a false statement. Coming to the fifth one, sin theta is equal to 4 by 3. It is absolutely false. Why? Sin theta means opposite side by hypotenuse. Actually, the hypotenuse is more than the opposite side. Why? The hypotenuse is the longest side in a right angle triangle. So, my dear students, here 4 by 3 means opposite is never greater than or more than the hypotenuse. So, it is also a false statement. So, my dear students, this is the end of this first exercise in this trigonometry. That means for both CBSE and AP board students I have covered exercise 8.1, exercise 11.1. If you like my videos, please like, share and subscribe my channel, my dear students, and don't forget to comment also, my dear students. Thank you very much.